All right. Well, let's keep it on football. And, we know that Tom Brady has been approved as a minority owner.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. You said minority. I get paired. I'm
Yes.
sorry. My bad.
Minority as far as money.
Okay. I'm sorry.
And the big thing is what they put in $220 million for 10% of the Raiders. And you got to remember, the Raiders aren't an organization, a team that's owned by,
bunch of billionaires. It's a
exactly.
family-owned.
It's a family-owned business. They don't have a lot of
people don't get that. I don't think people get that.
People don't understand. The value is good if you sell it, but you don't have any money that's laying around like some of these other places. Okay?
As they say in the streets, can you touch it? Can you touch your money?
No, a lot of people can't touch it.
Yeah, they got money in this thing that I own, but until I sell it, I'm just as good as the deed, if you will.
But here's a story that came out. So basically, that Tom Brady's going to have influence on this and try to get this thing turned around with the Raiders, and that he would be interested in bringing his former coach Bill Belichick to coach the Raiders. Let's hear it.
Specific people have told me that Brady's first move is going to ask Bill Belichick if he's interested in being coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Two sources have told me that. Two high up in the Patriots organization have told me that.
And who is this again, Rob
That's
G?
Kirk Minahan.
Kirk Minahan.
Yeah,
and
big time
reporting.
radio out there in New England, Boston area.
Yep. So, Kelvin, I'll start with you. Just the whole idea of this, and what do you make of it?
I don't like to see this is when people get lazy, right? Bill Belichick is what? I guess be 70 soon, if not already.
He's in his 70s, right?
Yeah, in his 70s. And I just say no ageism thing. This as much as we just saw at the end of his career in New England. What an amazing career, Hall of Fame career. Even though you say no, that.
It's not that I say no, it's that he cheated. That's all.
It wasn't. Well, he wasn't cheating good enough towards the end. Step his cheat up. Now, I think with this situation, it sounds good. It's what Tom knows. It's what he had success with. But the fact of the matter is he and Tom didn't even get along. Now, they obviously respected each other and were able to work some things out, but they didn't get along towards the end. You saw how it handled it. He got Jimmy Garoppolo, and they never were really the same since then, and it ended, and he wanted to go to the Buccaneers. I think that's just retreading. Just going to get that worked for me, so it works now. You need to get somebody fresh, somebody with some new ideas, somebody with some different way and approach, because Bill Belichick is not adapting what is working. He's not adapting what is current, and I think that to me would just be a lazy hire, like an obvious sitting there hire that wouldn't make any real sense. Go out there, find somebody in college, go out there that's somebody that is like up and comer, and say, man, this person was somebody we can build with, grow with, and have some success. And it's the Raiders. I don't want the job if I'm Bill. There's some great jobs out there or about to be out there at the end of this season. I don't want this job if I'm Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I think it's more not that the Raiders wouldn't want him, because you notice it's like Hollywood, okay? You're out here in L.A., they keep making the same movies, right?
You're right. Be original.
They keep making the same movies.
Right.
No, they don't want to be original. They don't want to try something new. Wait a minute. We already made this movie 25 years ago. Let's bring it back. And we'll put some people
12.
in. Exactly. Jaws 9, like whatever it is. This is what they do, and they do the same thing in sports. Something that has worked or has worked for them, they jump on that, and they would rather do that than try something new. But I'm with you. The bigger thing is that if I'm Bill Belichick, this isn't the job I'm waiting around for. I'm waiting around for the Philadelphia Eagles job.
There you go.
That's the job I'm waiting for.
Give me that, or if Mike McCarthy ends up going 5-12 or 6-11.
And Dallas, they need depth. It's not like it's plug and play and everything would be great. You got to make some changes. But I would definitely, Dallas and Philly, those two jobs, there's a great chance that they're going to open up.
Oh, man, listen, I'm in Philly so fast. Man, you got a bunch of talent on the offensive end, and I know that's not his strong point, but if he's wise enough, hopefully he'll say, I will finally hire to my weakness and leave him alone. Let some young, scientific, amazing offensive coordinator, let him cook, and I can have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and I can have Jalen Hurts, and obviously have some tight ends, have some Saquon Barkley. Like, dude, what? Are you kidding me? Philly is sitting there, tailor-made to get back to an NFC championship game, maybe a Super Bowl. If you can come in there, right the ship, get some identity, get some leadership, find someone who can unconstipate, can loosen the bowels of their offense, as their offensive lineman said, we're constipated right now. So somebody can come up in there with some prune juice, loosen that thing up. So that's the job right there. There, Dallas. Trying to think who else might be out of the job. The Jags, if you believe in Trevor Lawrence that much, at least you start with the quarterback. Maybe
right, you got to have a quarterback in the NFL. I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot of stuff wrong there, and Trevor Lawrence doesn't make you feel great about it. But at least he is a franchise quarterback in the fold. They just signed him to that
better than what you got
contract.
with the Raiders.
Right, and that's the problem with the Raiders.
Because I can make you say, bless you. You want Garden Minshew?
Gesundheit.
See what I mean?
Or unless I want to buy a new credenza or something, that's where I would go to Garden Minshew.
Nobody knows. Well, shout out to the Michigan people. They know that.
Are you kidding? People in Michigan know what
I'm
talking about.
They know. That's why I said shout out to the folks in Michigan. Shout out to Gardner White Furniture Shoppers.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not. There's too many other jobs, and I'm not young, 38, 40-year-old. I'm going to be coaching for Sean McVay, 25, 30 years. No, I ain't got but about 5 years max. Not to mention, he's got a girlfriend that's 20 years younger than me, and I'm only in my 40s. So he might as well. I think he's like, I'm trying to get to the, listen, man. He's on some blue pills right now. Life's good.
How do you know what's going on? How do you know he's on that? Are you his doctor? Have you prescribed that for him?
He can't keep up with that without him.
I'm telling you, you shouldn't be doing that. You don't know it. You don't know his health.
And
you don't know what's going on.
Rob Parker, cough twice if that's what you're on right now.
I say that.
Cough twice. All right, good. He's got something a little more that can attainable. That should take his attention. So I don't even know if he wants to coach. Man, they're paying him a bunch of money to talk on TV.
He wants to coach. He wants the all-time wins record. Are you kidding? From Don Shula. Yes, he wants to coach. Bill Belichick is not going out where he's going to be second all-time, and it's within reach. What is it,
I got 2 years left
14,
for me.
right?
I got 2 years left for me, and then I'm going to have fun.
All he got to do is win 7-8 games a year, and he has the all-time record. You don't want to retire with that.
Well, that's 5 years coaching the Raiders. He better not go to the Raiders. Then that's going to be a 5-year plan. Sorry, Rob G.
If they win 5 games, 14 games in 5 years, it's been a really bad ride.
Well,
man, I'm telling you what, I'm going to Philly.
I agree with you guys. I agree with you that if I'm given the choice, Philly is probably at the top of the list of all the jobs that might become available. But here's the question. So Bill Belichick, the reason why things went sideways so quick in New England is because he's one of those dudes who thinks he can be the GM and the coach at the same time. He's like, hey, if I'm going to make the meal, at least let me buy the groceries. And one thing that the Raiders would have going for them that Philly, Dallas, the Giants, whatever other team is not going to have is the Raiders are going to be a clean slate. So he's going to get the opportunity in Vegas, if he were to take it, to be the guy that he's always wanted to be and has been for the last decade or so, where he's calling all the shots. If he goes somewhere else, he's not. Do you think that still is appealing to him in that regard?
I understand that part of it, but I do think that even more important than that is winning, because there's something on the table for him, and it ain't about – he's cemented as far as he's won 6 Super Bowls. He doesn't have to win a Super Bowl. Does he want the all-time wins record as a coach? Absolutely. You're too close not to want it. You're just too close, Kelvin.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's too close to get that title. I think also, why not get another ring and catch up with Brady? I do think that's in the back of his head.
I don't think that's as
No, I don't
important.
think it's – yeah, I agree. That's why I said the back of his head. If it's like, hey, that's why going to Philly, right? They've been there before a couple years back. They got a really good quarterback when he's at his best. They had a bunch of weapons. Maybe they just need some guidance, a system, some leadership. I'm going there, win a bunch of games, beat Don Shula, smack him out the way, and have a chance to tie Brady. Hey, I ain't mad at that. And like I said, then I walk off in the sunset, and then he's going to get a whole bottle of blue pills. Why are you so sensitive about these blue pills, man?
I'm not. I'm just saying.